course, it is going to be played on the Inferno, and if there's something to know about Inferno, Brazilian teams, they are damn whack on this map. You cannot read what they're going to do.
Absolutely, but however, VERTEX, no slouches on Inferno either, so that's why we find ourselves here. Let's just see how this starts to pan out. I mean, we're looking at VERTEX on that T side, so Brace, he holds the key to the round, and he's going to take territory here in Banana. However, look at Imperial. They've just gone for a fairly default split. Nothing funky on the CT side. That grenade could do some damage, though, if it just finds the right timing.
Let's see if they can find it. Looks like it's going to be held until Fer makes this contact. Man's got the line. In comes that util to the corner, and boltz is bowled right over. Ooh. Got the nade out, got a big amount of damage, but in comes Addict, the debut of the New Zealander on land, and he's doing work. Their big flash through. Okay, Cello finds two out of nowhere. And this is a damn pistol round, Jim.
Cello's pulled a few strings, but this is still firmly in the hands of VERTEX. Pending that bomb going down, the utility will fade. And that is going to reveal two Imperial players out of Snake.
Oh, Addict doing more work. Dink on the fadeaway back to new box, and it's a 3-on-1 VINI. Has a lot of work to do with 16 HP, just trying to bait out that swing. Finds the first headshot. Malta a little bit scared to make this one happen. PZ finds the flank, finds the timing. And VERTEX take the pistol.
Very, very simple, well-executed round from VERTEX there, and that they didn't need to overplay it. They didn't overplay that round. It wasn't anything funky. Full bell to util for Brace, and he was able to fashion that round for them. So some very handy entry fragging here, kicks things off. What a round for Addict, though.
Yeah.
Cello brought things back, kept the tension high, but it was VERTEX in the end. So now, what do we see coming out of Imperial? They've gone into it as well.
Okay. Big force coming through. Lack of movement here. Looks like we are maybe on for a bit of a technical. Addict, nice little dance there on the camera, Mum, yeah?
Little vibe check.
So, all right. Let's get another vibe check in the crowd. Brazil, give me a boo if you hated that first round. All right. Well, what's
still friendly?
Australia, do you like that one? Yeah. I think I know who's happier at the moment after one round. Of course, we'll just wait for a little quick reset to come through. But this audience almost blew my ears off on that first pistol. That was just noise, Jim.
That's ironic, actually. But as far as the round is concerned, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with VERTEX pressure, right? Mm-hmm. They're sitting up here against probably one of the most storied Brazilian teams. And I think pressure in their hands right now, pressure is privilege for them. Because everybody else is in the crowd.
But you can see just how mechanically gifted some of those Imperial players were, with Cello just going in, 2 quick kills. If you give Imperial any inches, they're going to be taking miles today. Like, we don't use miles over here. It's actually kilometers. But it's the saying, guys, so just,
metric
bear with
system. You give them a centimetre, they'll take a kilometre.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's better.
That's got a better ring to it.
I like that one. VERTEX, though, looking pretty unfazed. I thought they might be a little nervous getting up on stage. But really good first round. Obviously, unfortunately, not a huge amount to break down there, but you can see on the T side, taking a pistol like that is definitely going to be good for the confidence.
Of course. They've got the hardest job out of the way, but I mean, what we're going to see on these next few rounds is, it's just a force by duel as to who can actually win that contest, the slobber knocking as it's known. Let's just see which way that pendulum will swing. But I mean, this momentary pause in gameplay, hopefully it's not going to affect any momentum VERTEX took out of that round, because obviously these guys, as we know, they haven't had the best preparation.
Yeah.
They're going to be coming into this, and the energy that they're going to bring is going to be reliant on the back of the crowd and also on the back of the gameplay as well, the momentum there. So I think if we can get both of those elements right for VERTEX here, that'll be the best conditions for them. You look across the desk though, you've got Imperial. They are performers under pressure. So even when the crowd may be against them, even when the circumstances are against them, they stand up and they rise.
It's one of these battles as well where, look, it's all Southern Hemisphere. You know, a couple of teams coming from the Northern Hemisphere, they're like, oh, what's going on over here? Expected it to be hot, but it's too cold in Melbourne. Of course, Melbourne is a damn fun time.
It's a different kettle of fish.
But of course, you know, moving into spring, it was winter. Is it spring? Wait, today is it September?
Technically spring,
Oh,
yeah.
spring. Oh, happy spring, everyone, huh? Yeah. It's going to start heating up. Beautiful. Oh, so's the action. We're back. Let's go. All right. Imperial, big old force fire going into the second. Let's see what they can do with it.
Well, already opening exchange util in Banana. Nobody feels the heat just yet, as both Vertex and Imperial have held on to some of that damage util, but boltz tries to take the approach of picking down Banana. That grenade is actually going to land on the feet of Brace, do some damage, but very patient here from Vertex and just waiting out what little utility Imperial will have. But they've made that rotation over towards B, and these grenades are just clearing things out for Vertex. They're checking every angle. They're going to potentially walk straight into this scout of Fallen.
Whoa, okay. There's the opener.
What do you do with that info?
Scout, still as deadly as ever. Vertex, at least with the Banana control, can maybe go back, take that top mid control, but you're looking at the util, and it seems like they're just straight in on the XE. Good timing on the flash from Fallen. Sends boltz in. He's going to make it a 1-for-1. Real damn quick. Addict's falling. And Blitz looking to clear that back of sight now. No one left remaining. But through the smoke, boltz still doing work.
They've got to be aware of this late boost. Cello comes through, and he's only good for one. But PZ, what's he got? He's just...
Big Mac 10. But not a lot of health there. Fallen hits him with that no scope, and it is going to be second round going to Imperial. So they hit back quick smart.
And the force buy from Imperial works out. Vertex, they took a lot of damage on entry to that site. The flash peaks were perfect. Everything set themselves up nicely for an Imperial round win. So Vertex back to the drawing board. They did get the bomb plant though, so they do have some money to play with. We've only seen B action so far.
Let's see if this is the round Vertex change things up, or if they're still invested in that Banana control. Good amount of util coming through. Pistols, PZ with the hero AK as well. So looking to land a couple of blows. Blitz though, straight up Banana, and again it looks like Vertex just prioritising this part of the map.
Yeah, changing tempo too, didn't quite work out for them. They take the early loss. So, just trying to bait out as much utility as possible.
Crispy. Fallen even going back for seconds there. But a two-man advantage is a great start up against these pistols.
Addict's the key player here. He's got that AK in his hands. And we're looking to try and fashion an opening.
So boltz, he's gone all the way down. Banana finds a double, and that should be the round there. And then Fur peeks out, gets the final kill. And that's going to be the lead found. 2-1 now. Imperial playing that perfectly. Mid-round aggression as well, just to get that extra info down Banana. Beautifully played.
Yeah, they cottoned on quite early too to the fact that the B presence wasn't quite what it used to be. And that's good initiative from Imperial. And now Vertex have to be very cognizant of that fact. The fact that the CT side are going to take risks. They're going to take aggressive risks as well. So the flank potential is huge if they don't check their backs. But the economy at the moment at least is run out for Vertex. This will be a bit of a reset round, at least in terms of the team and talking.
Cheeky.
Good chance for some players, though, to increase the ADR.
Let's see if Vertex can take any guns out here. Oh, bomb's going to be spotted and dealt with there. Over through the tunnel. Fallen. Oh, okay. It's hit with the two-tap. Toby Brace Barnes going huge there in apps. There's Cello. Pops up the scraps. Blitz can't do a thing there at second. And Imperial, relatively clean anti-eco.
That's the way that they need him to be on this CT side, but... what have Vertex got in reply?
Is it bad that I want to be in the crowd cheering as well? You know, everyone's just got
What's
these chants going. The energy in here is bloody great. How's the atmosphere, guys? It's good, right? Yeah? It could be better. You know, go again. Yeah. I'll come back to you guys. game's on. Imperial looking for a fourth here, but VERTEX finally on the gun round.
Again, the battle for Banana rages on. Both these two teams just expending a lot of early utility. VERTEX are just trying to pull everything that they can out of the B site early on. All that utility is being communicated across. This time, though, they're just making sure that there are no aggressive pushes through apartments, no aggressive pushes, even down mid. That is a perfect peek. Perfect counter-aggression from the CT side.
Imperial's timing on the flashes have been so damn good. VINI almost able to hold strong there at Dig. PZ through with the trade. But Imperial not giving up this bracket control fully just yet. It looks like they're hunting for a little bit of extra information. boltz, he's happy as Larry, just playing from CT. Over towards that B site.
Just back to the contact.
See what happens here. You can see Fallen's re-aggressed at Dig, and because of that, Fer now makes his way to B. So VERTEX, 3-on-2 towards this side of the map. We'll see if the flashes are going to be enough. Tucked away on the back side. Fer looking to be that first point of contact. And it is. boltz as well. He's here, he's waiting, looking for the line, and Bliss is going to keep his head for now. Fer wants one more before the trade comes through, and big old Blitz is here to try to save the day.
He's going to have to get that bomb, though, so it means he has to re-exit the side, and it's only a matter of time here before that potential flank from Banana. There it is. Fallen puts the end cap on that round.
Yeah.
And so, VERTEX, that gun round, unfortunately for them, didn't really give them too much to work with here, so it's back to the drawing board for them. They're looking really good on this counter-aggression, Imperial. The flash peak timing is perfect. They're communicating everything well. So they're doing a great job of just disrupting VERTEX in these mid-round situations.
Let's see if anything changes. Imperial yet again with that 3-2 split towards the A side. Fer just tanks that molly. Cost him a whole amount of HP, but he gets the kill for it. So deals with one of these pistols nice and early. And VERTEX, they still have some util to play with, but the numbers lacking.
No over-aggression either from Imperial, so they don't want to lose any weapons. Bit of damage done too, so...
Flashback in towards Banana. VERTEX looking to go real quick before the rotations can come through, but Cello, a little bit of damage there. That smoke enough to fend off the pistols. And VERTEX going to try their hand on the other side of the map again.
It's a bit of a, what we used to call a sloppy strap back in the day, but it was essentially just checking both these sides. They're going to be met with aggression from VINI there, just up on balcony, and Fallen's going to try and keep this as clean as possible. They have slipped the net through to CT. The bomb is there, but, well, if PZ can pick up a frag. Oh, the timing.
The timing is looking real damn good now. And he's not. He's not going to do it. Spidey senses tingle. Cello's happy with that. Big smiles on the Brazilians' faces there in the crowd and on the stage. And VERTEX, look, PZ got a little bit too cheeky there.
Yeah, timing not working out for that at all. But on a round where percentages weren't necessarily going in the favour of VERTEX, try and at least increase the economy. But we now see PZ on that AWP, so he's got a tough job ahead of him.
T-side AWPing. Tough on a good day. See how he can do up against Imperial here. It's going to be Molly's going both ways at Banana. Imperial not going for the full control just yet. VERTEX starting to put a bit of pressure towards brackets now as well. We got Cello here just happily standing behind the molly. Wants to be this first point of contact. Here comes this util. Imperial with the 3-man setup. Tree flash comes across, and the Banana players for VERTEX still surviving for the moment.
A lot of this utility being used by Imperial has actually baited VERTEX into quite a few duels that they don't necessarily want to take, but he smokes now. That's a great flash, but does nothing to Fer. And And back to A to try and see whether or not they've caused enough of a rotation towards B, but with everything on lock, this is not looking good. They have some utility up their belt, but largely relying on contact play here, VERTEX.
Library smoke. VERTEX looking to go for the full wrap. Fur here at Archers, and VERTEX send it all the way through. Good offline. Fur good for another. An Addict is not going to win that against boltz, so things get even more difficult with 20 seconds on the clock. VERTEX really just looking for any advantage at all. Blitz, he's just going to be chasing down Imperial. And there's the round. Imperial again knew that time was against the opponents and played that perfectly.
Absolutely. Very difficult side to take if you don't have control of pit, and they never had control of that side of A. So, unfortunately for VERTEX, very limited in their options and just masters of playing around the map. Imperial, that off angle from Fur, just drawing so much T-side attention, chewing up so much time. And again, we see VERTEX on pistols.
See if it goes a little better for them this time, of course. They've got that round loss bonus maxed out now. And Imperial have confidence maxed out as well. Look at Fallen. The peeking behind the Molotov. Using it as a bit of cover. VERTEX expecting some more aggression here. Late window flash. Into take control of Banana, but Imperial playing very respectful. Deep back on B.
Not wanting to take any chances, but it's also going to make the site entry very difficult for VERTEX. They do have that utility though, so if they can manage to actually split this CT crossfire, that's their best chance.
Oh, and the spray through almost finds two. boltz, he's doing work. Fur in the back of side as well. Lincoln, you'll miss his kills. Blitz though comes through with two big Ds. And maybe now a chance at a bomb plant, but Imperial, they're almost here already.
That bomb's still out in the open though, and the smokes have started to fade, but this is where they're going to peak. So VERTEX, they've decided to take the jewels.
Fallen looking to cut the rotation to the bomb off, and it's worked well. But Blitz now two already, and he'll need two more. 1 on 2. Has to try to make the clutch work. 30 seconds on the clock, and Fallen cutting off that rotation to the other side of sight. Great line held by him, but it's Cello to find it. And Imperial are all over this CT side so far.
Yeah, unfortunately that bomb was just in such an open position with those smokes fading. They had to make that call. Try and prioritise the jewels over the bomb plant. They chose their path, and unfortunately, it was just a numbers game from there on out. Imperial didn't want to get drawn into anything that wasn't favourable. So they played that very, very smartly. 7-1 the scoreline. VERTEX have taken this tactical timeout to just discuss the nuances of T-side Inferno. Now, they haven't necessarily changed the tempo a lot, but they did try earlier on and were met with a lot of stiff resistance. So I don't know necessarily that's a card that's available to them.
Yeah.
But looking at these early round CT setups coming out from Imperial, they do look like they're geared for aggression.
Fallen happy with his performance so far. Using that early utility again, but look at the aggression from Fur. Finally going to be punished. And VERTEX, a man advantage nice and early. Let's see if it converts to a round, because boltz, he's dropped the molly. He's looking for a line here, playing around that top car smoke.
It's the first time we've seen some CT aggression punished here from VERTEX.
There's that boost up for Fallen, leaving him at B. And boltz is going to come and bring some extra util over towards the brackets. VERTEX looking to get a wriggle on. They've now taken this brackets control. Chilling in apps. But Fallen on the offline is just waiting for more util to come through here. VERTEX really looking indecisive in this round.
Question for them is, what progression utility did they utilize next? They've already pushed Imperial back in Banana, but look at this rotation. Imperial have now stacked the deck towards A, so this is going to be a tough ask for VERTEX.
Full stack, it's absolutely crazy. And VINI is just going to get work done from the balcony. as well as Pitt. Oh, 3 already. And boltz chimes in for the final kill. VERTEX could not make their way through dig in time. VINI, scorcher of a round.
There was no second wave of utility coming out from VERTEX, so it was just easy pickings from Imperial. So very, very difficult side entry there. Great read. They took a risk, Imperial, and it worked out for them. But the information coming through was solid that was an A commitment from VERTEX. This is so sharp.
Look at how confident Imperial are playing. They're just constantly swinging on aggressive lines, all doing it together as well. There's just this chemistry between the players that seems to be unmatched by the VERTEX members at the moment. Fallen again cracking things open, and these Deagles not even going to get a chance in round 10.
No, they're just running the gauntlet in mid, and unfortunately they're just being bullied by that AWP, by that M4, by the utility. Fur's getting aggressive, and it's just too difficult to do without armor.
A rough one. Addict, though, opens up the B site.
Okay.
And he's going to commit as well. Malta tries to lurk his way through, and we'll see how the timing goes. Smoke towards CT. Hasn't quite triggered a rotation from Imperial yet, other than Cello. Addict. Hit those breaks. Malta looking for an equalizer, and there it is. 2 on 2 now. And the bomb starting to make its way all the way back. Malta finds the timing. Fallen falls. And Malta's doing work right now. The deadly duo in a 2-on-1. But can they knock down Cello?
And that's the experience of Malta's too. Being able to call that situation. We knew that it was hinging on one of the two players, but Addict just there trying to pull as many players, as many rotations off A as possible. Now they find a 2 versus 1 in favor of themselves. But they do at least have armor, so the aim punch shouldn't be a factor here. They should be able to at least both swing on Cello, rather than allowing him to find 2 1v1s.
Backside plant here for Pitt. Addict going to be playing mini, and his head may have been spotted, tucked away for now as that smoke faded, but the time's still ticking away. And Addict, he's just going to take it. Him and Malta swinging together and finding themselves a second round.
Well, if you're going to get yourselves back into a match, a 2v5 will do it. That's one way to get it back.
Great for the mental. Great for the confidence. VERTEX feeling really good with that one.
Fantastic round. And they do keep 2 members alive as well with their weaponry that they did pick up, so it does bolster the economy a little, just gives it a little massage. Imperial, on the other hand, they've still got very strong economy, but it's starting to wither. If they can just at least keep them honest in these next few rounds, well then see what happens. But I think this might be a reset. Nobody looks to have taken damage, so
something's going on. We'll be sorted.
And we'll have a mulligan.
Bloody dominating performance coming out from the Brazilians at the moment, right? 8-2. And this is the worst time as well for VERTEX to be having a tech pause. The last time they won around, there was another tech pause. I'm seeing a bloody...
A little bit of history repeating. Well, as far as this crowd's concerned...
Hey, look, there's the crowd.
Strike.
I need to quickly check, guys. Are the Brazilians feeling good at the moment? What about the Australians? Yeah, beautiful. All right, same noise as before. Everyone's having a good time. Get down here to DreamHack Melbourne, and you're going to get yourself some Counter-Strike, get yourself some more Counter-Strike. We've got 12 hours over 3 days. 12 hours each day, that's 36, Jim. Don't do maths on stream.
Nope. Oh no.
But that one was not calculated well by Imperial. Might be the B-side open for business, but look at the quick rotations from Imperial.
Yeah, they're not messing about. They know that there's something up here. However, there is a late alert presence from Malta too, so that could be a real factor. He's just been taken out, however. Scratch that. This boost from Fer. VERTEX are having a lot of trouble getting in cleanly.
Timing that one couldn't have been better. Blitz just waiting for those flashes to come through. Him and Addict, solid crossfire on the CT members. Smoke goes down again, and the CT is going to be forced away for another 10 seconds or so, or at least rerouted in through con. See Cello starting to lead the charge. Still a decent amount of util to get back in for Imperial. Blitz going forward. He's playing a dangerous damn game. He knows that there's a few CTs lurking on the other side of the smoke there, and Grace will go forward as well. It's all down to the IGL now. 1-on-2 position. Node wins that on the Fallen, and the time is ticking away. Does he have it? Cello seems to think so, and the defuse comes through just in time.
Oh, that is just clutch play from Imperial. And VERTEX was so close to having that round. Blitz, taking that risk, pushing through the smoke. It was looking strong, but into the experience under pressure. And so that's an unfortunate series of events to kick things off. And from there, they were able to steady the ship, though. So it wasn't bad news for Imperial. They still have a commanding lead. VERTEX is still around, playing around that loss bonus as well. PZ takes a great risk. The exchange of utility rages on. Both teams taking some light damage.
VERTEX decided to forfeit the fight, but Fallen posted up. See if VERTEX are ready for the angle. Flash comes through. Molly will do it from the grave, but Brace takes Fallen with him. Cello, close to trade as well, just looking for this Apps control. And it's a solid setup between Apps and Pit, so we'll see what VERTEX do. They're starting to go for the full wraparound on the A site, looking for a little gap at Archers, but it's not going to exist because Imperial's rotations this game have been insane.
They have been on point. They've read the book of VERTEX. Now Blitz and PZ. What can they both fashion out of this round? PZ's obviously got a lot more health to play with, but Blitz has got position. Fur's all over that fact, though.
Oh, he knows that there's gaps, and he might have just spotted that one as well. Blitz saw his shoulder. boltz. Not going to be able to rotate in time, but it's Fur to do it all on his own. PZ, 1-on-4. An AWP in hand and a dream. The tall man got for us. Oh, not a lot. Missed opportunity. And full punishment coming out of the Brazilians right now. 10-2, an 8-round lead. And it's looking like it could get worse from here, Jim.
Yeah, they're just so calm under pressure too, Imperial. Never looking flustered. VERTEX, they need to find a reply. 2 rounds, not looking too healthy for them. They get themselves up to 5 though. That gives them at least a fighting chance. But being on Tech 9s and facing this level of aggression coming out from Imperial, this is the no respect level of anti-eco.
Cello, he's hungry for a couple of ecos. He might just find them. Look for one. Tech 9 at range gets the job done for Addict there. In VINI, in between a rock and a hard place, all of a sudden VERTEX find themselves a man advantage. Couple of extra bits of weaponry. And Malta's heard those footsteps rotating in through CT, but Dig's completely open. VERTEX, they just don't want to get overzealous with it. They don't want to walk into any traps yet.
No, I think they'd be a bit surprised by the fact that they've actually got such a good passage into A. They're expecting, and they're checking every corner. That's just chewing up some time. And Imperial are patiently waiting out that utility. They're deeply set. They don't actually have to go for this. Certainly don't want to compromise their position because in these last few rounds they've been kept honest by VERTEX. They've had a few rounds go down to the wire, and so their economy's not necessarily as healthy as it once was. So they're going to save, and that is looking great for VERTEX. A fantastic round from them. They're going to keep 4 players up. If Brace can go on to find himself a free weapon too.
Every round that VERTEX has won has been a pistol round.
Followed by a tech.
Name something more Australian than that.
Are you ready for the tech pause?
There's one coming, guys. Just wait. Let's see if the theory was right. Oh, Brace, he's not done yet. Hunting for extra bit of weaponry. Oh, Fallen. Ready. Spots a bit of elbow. Brace gets far away enough to survive, so armor carried across. VERTEX with 3. Still a chance at a 10-5 half, and look, that's the fighting battle on Inferno.
Yeah. Well, the fact that Imperial saved there means that they are likely going to be able to buy out for the rest of the half quite comfortably, regardless of how the rounds go. So for VERTEX, what can they fashion now? You're right, those rounds that they have won were on the back of some very, very good pistols, but it's a change in tempo that they've been unsuccessful with on gun rounds, so not going to be the opening that they wanted. Fallen just above that smoke. However, Attic finds the reply now. And so the pendulum is still in the balance.
Attic's putting the team on his back, considering he's the newcomer, rejoining the roster for this tournament. Nade towards Pit. Perfectly placed, and VINI, he is worse for wear now. Furtho connecting. VINI cops a little bit of extra damage, and it's looking pretty good for VERTEX. It's all Addict as PZ chimes in. He's going to be last alive in a 1-on-2.
He's got to reload.
But the CTs are so far away on this rotation, so...
PZ. Is he going to be capable of what is going to be a massive round for VERTEX?
Fallen just locking down Dig, locking down Bracket, and making sure the timing works out. PZ crosshair in the wrong position, but he flicks up, makes it work, and over the top he goes. Spotted, dealt with, Fallen connecting, and VERTEX still unable to string 2 rounds together.
Unfortunately, with his position chosen, he backed himself into a corner. And Imperial were ready and waiting with open arms. Can they salvage this? Can they get 11-4?
It'd be nice. CT side may offer something different for VERTEX, but again, you've seen Imperial's form today. That's going to be so dangerous with all of them running at you.
Yeah.
So
any member of Imperial's looking dangerous right now. They haven't necessarily had, you know, a bad game at all. They are cracking heads. VERTEX are just running straight into some of these crossfires, which is difficult to dismantle. Look at the utility exchange in Banana. This is the first time we're starting to see it really favour one team distinctly.
Yeah. Util everywhere, and PZ slots it straight through the smoke there. I was boosted over the top.
Perfect.
Teamwork makes that dream work, I heard.
And first taken a whole host of damage too, so Imperial, do they leave only one player over on this B-bomb site? We've seen them take that gamble before.
First damn low from all that util that was used towards Banana earlier. And VERTEX may just be leaning back on this strategy because we saw them going for it heavily at the start of the game. They let it lie for a while, and with all these flashes raining through Imperial, the members they have here are ready and waiting to fight Big Flash through, but VERTEX not on the full commit just yet, still edged out by that smoke. And the utility, it's thinning, but Fallen still one more flash to send the CTs in. boltz just waiting for that one, peeks out, equalizes, looks for a bit more as well. It's burned from above, somehow gets away with that on 5 HP. And the time is ticking away. boltz, he's stuck here at New Box, but he's still damn living, not for long. Malta may have just saved the round, could have saved the half. PZ connecting with the AWP now, and it's VINI in a 1-on-3. You can't count him out.
No, that presence from Malta too just keeps them guessing, and it's 11-4 the score. VERTEX salvaged some rounds here. Is it going to be enough to play with though? We will find out after the break.
It's a beautiful life, don't you think? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? If we go down in history. If we go down in history. If we go down. beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? If we go down, we go down in history. If we go down, we go down in history.
Things are heating up here at ESL Challenger Melbourne. At DreamHack Melbourne, and VERTEX finished the half with 4. Imperial, a scorching start, 11 on the board going into the second. And I cannot wait to see how the second half unfolds. VERTEX have been pretty good on pistols, so maybe they find one here, Jim.
Well, Molt is rocking the Julie, so expect him to explode. However, Imperial are just waiting things out. Some early aggression, the smoke comes through. Or the decoy, should I say. They do have that smoke in check, so let's just see how they utilise that. The flash will come through, Brace. Oh, perfectly assisting Malta.
Okay. Tree Flash looks good, and Blitz as well. Another. Addict loses his head. Over towards the A site, and Imperial speeding things up now, make their way through short. And it's a 3-on-3. No one on site to stop the bomb from being planted, so VERTEX in a full retake situation.
Yeah, it was all a ruse. Imperial just sending it towards that A bomb site once contact was made at B. And now the retake onus is on VERTEX. Blitz does not even need to be standing on the ground. Malta fires it. And now Fur's got his work cut out.
He's doing work, but Fur not this time. Another pistol in the bag for the Aussies. And VERTEX, they are looking to get straight back into this half. The issue for me, Jim, is Imperial just planted. So I'm expecting a force buy right back, and we'll see if VERTEX can stop that one.
That is the question on everybody's lips. How are they going to respond on that CT side? That is disgusting.
Get out of here!
Disgusting, sir. But a well retaken round from VERTEX and a confidence booster for them too. But looking at Imperial, they've actually been quite reserved in their buy. Just that scout and a few deagles across the board. So looking to do as much damage as possible. But that is a good opening blow for PZ.
Jeez. Crisp shot coming through there.
Confidence. Starting to play with VERTEX, and that's what they need.
VERTEX digging deep. Look at that nade. So much damage coming through in VERTEX. They're forced off the lines, but they're taking health with them. PZ just needs a couple of tags here to finish off any of these Imperial members. They're just trying to force their way up. Archers, they're all gone now. And there's a helping hand here as well with Malta, so Imperial, we're going to go for the reroute, but VERTEX have just gained so much information with that push back to bracket.
Yeah, the only possible flaw in that was if they did not assist Brace in that B bomb site. He's at least got an insurance policy now with Malta. Sitting at the back of B with that MP9 didn't have a lot of information. So the fact that he's now at least got a crossfire going is boding better for VERTEX.
Imperial just clearing things out. Malta's made his way straight back to B. And VERTEX happy with this 2-2 split. It's just Addict from site watching the dig push. And that might just be where Imperial send it. 20 seconds to make their way to site, get this bomb planted. And they're full contact.
Yeah, no damage util either from VERTEX.
Oh, one bullet apiece to these Imperial members, and they're all going to fall. Let's see if PZ can stump him. He can't shoot too damn quick, but that's going to be bomb on the ground as they cross the site. boltz will take ahead with him, but there's no time to plant, and there's no time to get any more kills in the round. He'll go after time, and Brace is very happy with that one. VERTEX starting to find things going their way.
That's a good round for VERTEX too, because I'm expecting the buy coming out now from Imperial. They do keep some numbers alive.
Just
Soak it in.
Embrace that. It's been so long since I've heard a good one of those guys. Do it again. Thank you very much. I'm feeling that. I think the boys are feeling that. VERTEX looking to keep it clean here in the second half for now, but Imperial again. They got a couple of rifles here.
Yeah, aside from just that Tech 9 on forward, it's pretty much the full ensemble. Uh-oh. Both VERTEX players potentially trapped behind Smoking Banana and taking a lot of damage. And those MP9s, and well, the bonus round's not working out for them so far.
Catching those nades straight in their hands, and VINI, full punishment, going forward, not hitting the brakes at all. Blitz, he's still hanging here, but VINI wraps around the back, and again, this man dishing damage and on for the ace.
This is PZ. You can find an opening through that smoke. I don't like their chances here in the 2v4. And then they've got to think about the pincer. Yeah, I don't think that's looking too healthy either. If you've got two Imperial players,
oh, maybe now
coming through spawn, but they're not going to expect the second.
PZ is tucking away. Hit though, so maybe damage is the call to order. Gets himself that MP9 if he wants it. Still VINI on site. Deletes the rifle, remaining in the hands of VERTEX, and PZ wants more damage to come with him, but he's not going to find it. Oh, he does. Okay, VINI, too close to that bomb. Goes down with it. So that's a big, big chunk of the economy coming out of Imperial.
Yeah, it's a handy frag to, I guess, receive. Didn't really take it. But from VERTEX's perspective now, they're starting to build themselves at least some momentum. Imperial, though, they just keep on inching closer and closer to match point. So they're just going to have to take a moment of respite, VERTEX. Just the pistols. There's two M4s. And some flash peeking looks to be on the menu.
Early util coming through. Smoke towards Boiler. Stop the aggression from Imperial in apartments. There's no one over towards the pit area for VERTEX right now, so Cello could find himself a line. VERTEX strengthening that position just in time, but it's really just top mid that they're worried about. Flash comes through, VINI ready for it, playing anti. Seems to know the strat that VERTEX is throwing at him at 5-7 close range. That equals danger. And Cello, let's see if he can get a trade here.
Blitz just cautious of that presence. It's a dangerous game to play for both these two players. The rotation from Imperial. It's heading towards this A side, so... Ooh. There it is, falling with the opener, and now that's bracket control.
Cracking shots going both ways, and Blitz, he's going to double up at Dig, expecting Cello lurking out of apps, get some damage on, and look how low VINI and Cello are. 30 seconds, plenty of time to get this bomb planted, but not a lot of health to do it with. VINI falls, and the 1-on-2 needs to try to get aggressive. Or maybe catch VERTEX off guard. We'll see how VERTEX play this one.
Have to play close to each other in tow. Cello, though, gets found out. Hide-and-go-seek champions, VERTEX. They're not taking any nonsense here. So they claw themselves back another round. So they keep two alive. Their economy's not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination.
We've got some larrikins in the crowd here. They're pretty funny, if you guys can actually hear them. Pretty loud, too. I think they could go louder, though. A little more? Yeah, that's better. I like that. You guys are good content. I love you. All right, 12-7. 5-round lead for Imperial. But they're just down to these pistols. Let's see if they can fight it out. PZ almost caught off guard. Smoke goes down, but he expects the aggression, and the CZ of all things makes its way through. Blitz hits right back with a triple real quick, and the pistols don't get too much work done. VERTEX looked a little shaky for a second until Blitz put his foot down.
That is the way that you like your anti-ecos, Mac. Just crisp and clean. And honestly, you don't want to take too many losses in them. VERTEX, when they're in their position, they certainly want to take every bit of momentum with them. And I think this crowd's going to be the ones to give their energy to them, by the sound of it.
Yeah, just bask in that one. I'm trying so hard not to be biased. I just need to point that out. It is really hard to not be biased right now. But the boys, at halftime, I was a little bit worried. But look at them go. 4 rounds already, Imperial. Slowing down, just can't quite find the answer yet. But they haven't had too many gun rounds. We need to remember that. Maybe when they get the economy sorted, Imperial might hit back in an instant. They only need 4 more to close the map.
Well, that's just it. Imperial have looked dangerous on the gun rounds, so once we start to get back into that territory, the pendulum starts to swing in their favour. But again, we're just seeing concessions being made. Fallen on that Tech 9, opting to give everything over. In this case, he's opted to give boltz that weapon, so Imperial trying to force the issue here. It's a nice piece of utility to just chip down Brace, but the damage goes either way. Both of these two teams, heavy focus on Banana early on. It bleeds a lot of the utility out of the equation early on.
No one wanting to make that first move here. Over at Banana, it looks like Imperial going to start to step forward first. VERTEX is holding on to some of this util. Nade misses the opportunity for a good amount of damage. Imperial now, they've got this Banana control. They're thinking about finding brackets as well, and if they have that, they've pretty much got Inferno Kingdom. In comes the smoke over towards the arch side. But Blitz, he's got a good amount of info from this vantage point.
Right now, we're just going back into contact split play here from Imperial, but numbers towards B. That smoke will rain into the arch and the stairs.
Ooh. Bit of damage coming through onto VINI there. Malta finds one, but the smoke at CT is not going to stop him now. Brace just tucked away here over towards the coffins. 20 seconds. Bomb going to be put onto the ground. No plant, not just yet. Fallen goes for a second attempt, but with 10 seconds, the line is held by boltz. Bomb plant. And Malta, can't get enough done. 3 Imperial members, all within an inch of their life, but boltz just pops the hell off.
That is just total commitment from Imperial. They all stepped, they all swung, they all faced, and they all collected VERTEX. And so, very, very difficult. They didn't have the HP. So if those duels didn't go their way, obviously, they were all committing and all going down together. That's exactly the way that they needed to play that round. They couldn't let that bleed into individual firefights. They just didn't have the HP to take it. So now back to the drawing board for VERTEX. They've got that shaky economy now to try and deal with. And we've already seen Imperial pushed a little in these rounds. They copped a lot of damage in the last, but they didn't lose members.
Yeah. You all just don't need to talk about boltz.
It's popping off.
Good. Great coverage to stop the, to get the boltz. There it is. That shot. And what's the follow-up as well? There it is. Ridiculous little transfer coming through. Imperial are here to win.
That was a round-winning decision to all face. And PZ's decided to take matters into his own hands.
Close range.
Here we go.
Nova! Oh, the XM. I thought it was a damn Nova. Big kills coming through. What is this coming out of VERTEX? PZ's gone forward, found 2 more after the shotty kill. The alligator going straight through apartments, and now it's all down to boltz. We saw what he did last round, but he's got a big round ahead of him. 1v5.
We don't have alligators in this region, mate. Only crocs.
From deep space, I think.
I believe so. It's all on boltz. It was fantastic in the last round. It can certainly make this an expensive affair for VERTEX. They want to win this round, but they want to keep as many players alive as possible
I have an inkling.
with upgraded weaponry.
They've spotted that he doesn't actually have the bomb as well, so they're happy just to lock him into banana. 40 seconds, so time definitely starting to force boltz to make a move.
He's certainly checking all angles. I mean, sitting at the top of banana here, pivoting on a dime.
20. Looks like you might just be happy for the save. VERTEX really patient with this approach.
Yeah, look, they've been very, very clinical in the way they played this round with PZ just deciding to take himself off the leash. 15 seconds left. boltz has decided to make a move, but VERTEX have played this so patiently.
And the thing is as well, you look at VERTEX's economy, they are very aware that they don't have rifles to waste, so no one getting too big for their boots, staying respectful, knowing that boltz is popping off right now, so allowing him a chance to save the AK, and it's another round for the Australians. But Imperial, ooh, a rough buy again going into the next.
Yeah, this is just confidence meets aggression. And honestly, it's what VERTEX needed. They needed someone to just break into that next round for them and take control. It's exactly what PZ did. Got things snapping with that croc and then straight away with that AK. And now we've got... Well, Imperial just want to try and keep that economic pressure on. They've got that force buy coming through, but look at this. They've just sent VINI straight through that smoke, trying to catch anyone off guard. Not to be the case this time, but Imperial really want to keep the pressure on.
VERTEX can smell that 10th round. Imperial, decent util to execute somewhere, but again taking a risk by going dry towards banana, and they'll find it. But Malta with his close positions there at oranges, he's going to hear every drop, every footstep that's made over towards the B side of things. Flash in, smoke dropped, Malta close range with the MP9, maybe able to tear through, but Furry's looking to open up. B-side defense is undamn touchable. Swap to the AK, Malta finds another, but it's going to be the CZ in the hands of Cello to somehow do more work. That's 2 kills, that's the B bomb site, but VERTEX, how's the retake going to look?
2 AKs and armor here for Imperial, so this is still a dangerous round for VERTEX to navigate. And Imperial have got those post-player positions, but they haven't got time in their favour, and that is going to be PZ catching the timing.
Full HP.
Leaving it all on Fallen's shoulders. Great retake there from VERTEX, but they made it expensive, Imperial.
Not bad at all. Bomb plant, round loss bonus. The only advantages at the moment Imperial have, other of course than that 3-round buffer. VERTEX, they do reach those double digits as well, so that's surely got to be good for the confidence. A lot of people, a lot of doubters for VERTEX going into this tournament, especially up against the likes of Imperial, but look, same as Wings Up earlier, it's best of ones. Anything can happen, and I'm damn ready. What do we got now? VERTEX, 3-man over towards B early. It's a faster approach. Imperial with the Tech 9. Who gets vision first? Malta saves the PZ's life. And we are going to see the fall away. So Fallen can't make his way through. And that's going to be the numbers nice and early for VERTEX.
Oh, I thought PZ was done and dusted there.
Oh, same.
Malta bails him out big time, but turns out both teams were just fighting for their right to see. And so Imperial back off.
Imperial just refocusing over towards the top of mid, which they should take. No, blitz again. Playing from that same position, and it's worked so damn well. He'll survive untouched. And Imperial, things just get that much harder. Flash straight into bracket. Imperial were ready. And VINI takes blitz head straight off, so we'll see how the defense goes now, but the numbers for VERTEX, they're strong. It's a 3-on-2 here. Now that PZ struck another cross the site, has to happen at some point. There's that shot baited out. And again, 30 seconds to pick up the bomb, to get the plant happening, but we are just going to see an aggressive play come through. Addict and Brace taking a few more pistol kills. But more importantly, another round for VERTEX. 2 behind Imperial.
Starting to play with a lot more confidence now, VERTEX. They're taking duels. And I think they've at least removed that respect barrier on rounds like that. They were obviously giving a lot of respect in some of the earlier rounds to Imperial.
Okay.
Not to be in some of these latter rounds, so they've certainly gained confidence there. But this is now Imperial. Finally, we're seeing them on a full buy. We're not seeing a single player with a pistol like we've seen before. They're trying to force the issue. They've realised the economic control is not there. Brace takes early banana control and certainly gives VINI a clip around the ears, but he still survives, and they keep 4 up for the moment, Imperial. So they still have chances, but they've been bullied out of banana.
Imperial starting to feel the pressure, feel the burn, and feel those bullets falling, and VINI's so damn low already. And we're only 40 seconds into the round. VERTEX. Stocks are rising right now. And Imperial don't have much util remaining. Couple of smokes go out for the wrap around the A site. We'll see if they go for the commitment, but a molly is all that stops them before they send it back to B.
Yeah, just trying to play with the rotations of VERTEX, but VERTEX haven't budged whatsoever. Haven't had any follow-up info. They haven't communicated any second wave of util. That smoke is just going to be perfect with timing.
And it's just going to be the 4 straight through. Brace close range. Another one for him, one for Malta. And there's not much remaining this round for Imperial. VINI has to get something done on 4 HP. Cello very close to trade. And only 20 seconds to get onto the B site and plant. Everyone hiding, smoke fading, timing looks good for VINI, but Malta swings out just in time. Bomb on the ground at pool, and Cello goes down as well. It's a perfect round from VERTEX. 5 alive, 12 rounds on the board. This is a 1-round game.
I didn't think we'd get to this territory, but VERTEX have turned it around. This is really going to test Imperial too, because we know that they have such incredible resilience. We know that they are a team when their backs are to the wall, they can certainly turn things up. So VERTEX have arrived, but they're not by any stretch of the imagination there yet.
True. So true. So true, King.
We don't want
Put that phone down right now.
any unnecessary intervention.
We will not let you jinx this. No bias, though. No bias.
Oh, for anyone. Come on.
I'm getting shivers.
It is cool in here.
Way too close. Yeah, that's why. Yep.
Straight back into the action. PZ, super confident, very aggressive, but needs to be careful. Don't want to overextend against pistols now.
Oh, aggression on all bloody points is just tearing Imperial apart at the moment. 2 picks again, and Fallen goes down to the util. VERTEX looking to tie things up here and now, but Imperial, you can't forget, they've got that round loss bonus worked up. They got plenty of money in the bank for the next. It's just all about what damage they can do to VERTEX's economy, and at the moment, that's not bloody much.
No, start to really build quite a bank, but whether or not they can get into this site, potentially turn things on its head. We've seen that before from Imperial, but this looks to be but a formality. This Brace looks to make contact through the smoke, and well, VINI could only get his toes in the smoke before he was taken out. And so, VERTEX draw level 13 apiece.
Mate, this is swing round number 1 coming up next. Economy's there for Imperial to buy. VERTEX with 5 alive, 2 rounds in a row. That's so much money, and that is so much damn hype in this crowd!
You have to speak up, Mac. I could barely hear you over the crowd. Early utility going out in banana. But neither team willing to commit numbers. They've been burned before, haven't they? So already a lot of the CT utility being burnt at the top of mid and banana.
VERTEX getting creative with it as well, constantly changing these CT setups, expecting Imperial to be throwing new things, and look, so far it's been working. So what can we expect from Imperial now? It looks like they're just going to contact up banana again at the same time as Exine on top mid. But Apps Control is the name of the game for VERTEX here, giving a whole bunch of respect towards the A side of things. Attic, going to be spotted. And Imperial, they are hunting him right on down, but do they expect PZ? He's scoped in. Ready and waiting. The spin comes through. Oh, spotted. There's one bird not quick enough on the trigger to stop that from happening. So, Fallen hits the ground. Man advantage for Imperial. And they've still got a decent amount of map control. VERTEX starting to make their way towards the A site. Both those defenders get torn to damn bits. And it's all up to Malta in a 1-on-4 to make anything happen here. But it looks like Imperial, they are thinking about making this the 14th round.
This is the situation that Imperial thrive in when they have all the pressure against them. So they've been able to just steady their ship a little right at the critical moment. Malta could be able to do some damage here to the T-side economy. Now, I think that's exactly the mission he's been sent on.
They've got money for days and not a lot of rounds to play with. That might have just been enough, but how's the timing? I think there's enough to survive there. So no extra gun gone for Imperial. And VERTEX, they were 5 figures going into this round, so they'll have a little bit of extra in the tank. But there it is. Imperial maintain the lead. Fend off the Wolves for the moment.
As I said, they're no strangers to pressure. Loads of experience just being leaned on in this moment. I mean, their opponents, VERTEX, have made a match of this. Can they seal the deal? Can they again draw a level? Perhaps even exceed Imperial? Oh, Fallen.
Big damage, but it's sent straight back to PZ.
He was not afraid of anything there. Standing strong.
Imperial, not overcommitting to anything. They want some more before they make any decisions. 1-3 setup for VERTEX. Still holding strong towards A. This is going big for me before, but he's played it so many times now that Imperial have caught on. Addict, though, he's still standing, he's still delivering. And Brace is tucked into the corner, won't find anything from behind. Missed opportunity there. Two-man swing comes through, and Addict's good for one. A 1-on-3 this time. And I'm not too sure if Malta wants to go for it. Having a look at the economy. He's saving.
Yeah, I'll pay that. If he saves this all, obviously there's a lot that they have to work with in the next round. Their money's not bad. It's not awful. It's not great. But they're going to try and give themselves every opportunity. And on the opposite side of affairs, Imperial, well, they're trying to shore up their own economy. They're not necessarily pressing the issue. The VERTEX have come so far, and Imperial have just tightened their grip a little bit on this match.
Terrorists win.
And that's the sound of Brazil. Getting real excited with that one. 1 round away from locking out the best of 1. A ridiculously good first half coming out of Imperial. In the second half, a bit slow to start, but it might all boil down to this 1 round. VERTEX still have a bite. What are we going to see going into round 29?
Looking across the board, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm seeing full kits, decent depth of utility. But from VERTEX in this round, not a lot of it's been burned in the early stages. We've seen them fall into that trap a little bit. They're just savouring it a little. They don't want to leave themselves with nothing in those retake situations, should it come down to that. Imperial are now on match point. So VERTEX have to absorb that pressure.
Mid-round. Malta trying to be baited out there. Fallen. It's taken to the grave. And Imperial not committing to an execute just yet. Happy. This top Banana control. VINI tucked away at car. The man advantage for VERTEX has been doing so well for them every time they've had it. Let's see if they can convert again, or if Imperial like their chances in a 4-on-2 over towards the B side of things.
Some basic pieces of utility coming out for Imperial. However, because VERTEX have held on to their util, they have something up their sleeve as well.
Oh, starting to go down mid. VERTEX, no brace, not going to be able to buy the time, and just like that, the round swings back straight to Imperial. Man advantage. Bomb planted, post plants all set up, and VERTEX aren't quite here, dropping the ball right at the final hurdle. And it's looking bad for PZ's third attempt, still living. Spam comes through, and Fur takes him down a notch. Addict's gone. Can big old Blitz save the day? 1-on-4, it's a big ask, and it's way too much. 16-13, and Imperial will take the dub in the first best of one of this group.
Oh, VERTEX made them earn it though, didn't they? They came back from what seemed like an impossible scoreline to make a match of it. They did, unfortunately, fall at the final hurdle. They had the backing of the crowd. I'd say both these two teams have had the best support we've seen all day so far. And hopefully, both of them can continue to ride it throughout this tournament. But